Hey, have you ever been on a trip with family or friends and things are going good, but then maybe one day after a lunch, you folks have a little disagreement on what to do next? Maybe you wanted to relax while they wanted to keep on seeing things, and then you had to break up into groups, maybe have a debate, maybe a compromise, and it left you feeling a little frustrated. I've definitely felt that way, and that's why I began solo traveling. I went on my first ever vacation trip at 22 to Japan. I tagged along with my friend who did all of the planning. I literally had no idea about how to plan a trip. And so we did a lot of interesting things, a lot of fun things. And I always felt my friend had this itinerary and we had to stick to this itinerary. So one day I was on the train with him and we were going south of Tokyo. But I was super hungover from the night before because we had visited an izakaya with some friends. And izakaya is all you can drink outing. I told my friend I would meet him back at home later because I had to go throw up. And so I got off at Yokohama train station, I went to the bathroom, and I launched my stomach contents like it was an episode of Nickelodeon. I felt 100 times better afterwards. Not having any plan, I walked outside and I realized I had no idea where I was. I didn't know where anything was. So I just began walking around. I enjoyed not having to rush things and I just had enjoyed this time of exploring. It was actually a bit of a highlight in my trip. When I was 31, I saved up money for my first solo trip. I wasn't doing too well in life, so being able to go outside of the country was a nice treat for myself. I went to Hong Kong. I didn't have a strict plan, but rather a list of random things I wanted to try and see, such as yes, I even tried an open mic.
It's good to see you folks outside of, just Downton Abbey and Game of Thrones. It's very nice. And you know what? It's interesting.
I liked the experience so much that 2 years later, I found cheap tickets to Vancouver, Canada, and I went there as well with the exact same strategy. Go there by myself, sign up for some tours, try some different things, have no expectations, and some things might be good, some things might be bad, but just try it. I have another video about that trip, but to sum things up, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, believe it or not, in 1 week I had more fun, more adventures, more new experiences than I had in my entire year back home. And so with this new template, I actually began to solo travel even more, including to places like Mexico City, Peru, Austria, Germany, Spain, Yosemite National Park. So why does this matter? It's because I believe solo travel really helped me develop life skills. Solo travel required me to develop my decision making, my planning, punctuality, problem solving, ability to learn different languages, ability to reach out to strangers to ask for help or directions. And most importantly, it helped me to get over something I didn't realize existed in me. It was a fear of the unknown. I realized I didn't have the mindset that would take me elsewhere to look for opportunities. I realized that despite me being in a large country, I had gone to school, I had looked for work in the exact same place I had grown up. Solo travel helped me find the courage and the trust in myself that no matter what situation I might get myself into, I would be capable enough to figure it out. In fact, this actually did happen when I was 33. I got a job offer from a very prestigious international company, and so I moved to Oregon, not knowing anything about the state and not knowing anyone there. And I was more or less okay with this. In fact, in many ways, I thrived because I realized I treated it like just another solo adventure. I made friends, I talked to my neighbors, I joined groups, I joined volunteer groups, I tried different activities, and I did a whole lot of things that I would never have the chance to do back home. No, life for me has not been easy, and I know that for a fact that in the future there will be many other hardships. The great thing about solo travel is that I learned to take it in stride. There will be bad things that happen, but also many great things. And by having all these positive experiences during solo travel, it reminds me that just around the corner might be something amazing waiting for me. I only need to try.